Hello, this is Jacqueline Harris, and today I'm going to be talking about your relationship with food. Last week when I did a shout out about asked you about the biggest issues that you're facing, the second biggest issue that came up was a poor relationship with food. And this is something that I have heard hundreds of women describe to me over the last 15 years. So I know it's a really big issue for a lot of women. And there's many facets that relate to it that I see, and it can come from guilt associated with food, comparison to other people's diets, feeling like there should be the perfect diet that they must be eating, or feeling unhappy with the way that they're nourishing their body right now. And one of the common themes that I see coming up for women is what I call the Tim Tam mentality. This is where women will describe to me this feeling of they give up. So I've had one Tim Tam, so I may as well eat the whole packet. And when I describe this, a lot of people chuckle with me, and then afterwards they say, yeah, that's me. And it's not always a packet of Tim Tams, but it's just one example of the mentality, that the way a lot of women can actually feel about food. Women are often using food as a crutch, food as a way to cope, food as a way with dealing with different emotions, rather than thinking and using food as a nourishment for their body, their soul, and their brain as well. This can start from a very early age, and you can often see this in supermarkets. You'll hear people say things like, if you're a good girl, you can have a lolly at the finish of the trip when we're leaving the shops. Or if you finish all of your tea, if you're a good girl, you can have some dessert. So our relationship with food is something that's deeply embedded and something that we've been living with for years and years and years. And so therefore, breaking down these patterns can take time, but it's definitely doable. And it's really important that you begin to focus on that if you know you have a poor relationship with food. My first step that I suggest to you is that you actually slow down when you are eating. This is a moment for yourself, so enjoy that moment. Chew slowly. Breathe slowly. Put your knife and fork down and actually allow your mouth to digest the food, taste the flavors that you're actually eating, and really enjoy that moment of nourishing your mind, your body, and your soul. My second tip for you is to listen to what your body is actually telling you. Are you hungry right now when you're eating? Or maybe you don't need to be eating. Is your body screaming at you that you're uncomfortable in your stomach and therefore you might not want to eat right now? So pay attention, and along with that, what is your body telling you about the foods that you actually are eating? Do they feel good in your body? My third tip for you, if you have problems with your relationship with food, is to work on your emotions, work on your mental, the way your mind is feeling. So first off, you could consider something like breathing. Breathe slowly. Take 5 deep, slow breaths. If you've got a meditation practice, do meditation. Or thirdly, make sure you're getting good rest. So make sure you're working on your emotions, because if you're not actually dealing with the stress response that's happening in your body, you are more likely to turn back to that habit, which can be dealing with your emotions with food. So get into this. Begin to focus on your relationship with food. There's no better time to start than your very next meal.